Not enough hours.
A huge amount is now at stake. Nahida's borrowing from her family has mounted steadily to £22,000, which is on top of the initial £20,000 that she borrowed from the bank. On top of that, she has running costs, staff wages, stock, utilities, and that huge rent.
I kind of get really nervous and happy, excited, but really scared as well. Lots to do in the morning.
To break even, let alone repay her debts, she needs to bring in £500 a day. In her words, 100 people walking through the door spending £5 each. Tomorrow, she has to start making money.
I am scared. Scared.
Shocking.
9 a.m. Monday morning. It's opening day.
I'm very nervous about today, I've got to be honest. The fact that we're here on opening day is remarkable. There's no question that this is a huge achievement. But it's been troubling me for quite some time that even if Nahida gets to opening day, there's still so much about the business that, that she's chosen to ignore. I just really don't know which way it's going to go.
The signs aren't great. Nahida is late, so I'm left waiting outside.
I've been here for over an hour. It's opening day. There's still nobody here. It's an hour and 20 minutes before they open to the public, and there's nobody on the premises. This is the first day of business. I would have been here at 6 o'clock in the morning with all my staff if this were my restaurant, and it's inconceivable to me that Nahida and her team aren't here. It really upsets me.
At last, there's some movement at the service entrance at the back.
Hi, Sam. How are you? You well?
Well, thank you. How are you?
You stressed?
Tired.
You're going to reopen in an hour's time. Can I help with anything?
With the guest Russell.
It turns out Nahida is late because she was shopping for today's food supplies.
Thanks.
Not surprisingly, with everything so last minute, it's chaos.
Nahida, more potatoes.
I can stay in the car.
What about these?
Thank you. Yeah, these need to go.
There is so much still to organise and absolutely no direction. Nahida needs to take charge, but she's in a panic.
Nahida,
Hello.
who's running the show today?
No one.
No one's running the show.
Everybody.
Everybody's running the show. We open in 50 minutes' time. I don't want to keep reminding you, but it's quite close.
Yeah.
Who effectively is going to be the manager of the restaurant today? Who, if there's a problem,
I guess
who do I
that's
go
me.
to?
Me.
It is you.
It's
okay.
me.
All right. Good.
But just when I think I've got through to her, she vanishes.
Nahida. Where did Nahida go? I can't find her. We open in 36 minutes, and Nahida is nowhere to be found. We're looking for Nahida. She's just gone to the shop. This is astonishing.
But things get worse. In the rush to get the restaurant open, Nahida's building work hasn't yet been signed off by the council. And now the building control officer has just arrived.
The building regs guy needs to sign this restaurant off in order for Nahida to be able to open for business. She's disappeared. The restaurant opens in 22 minutes. And without his signature, she can't open.
This is a potential disaster. Nahida's lack of experience is really showing.
You're not stressed, are you? No. Nahida? You're there? Where were you? We found her. Sorry about the wait.
Do you want to go around to the front? Should we start there? Yeah. Give me your verdict.
The inspector has a list of 15 items to check before he'll let Nahida open her doors.
Monica's not coming in till after 12. Yeah, so as soon as it's in, I'll get Christoph to put it on. Your call bell system's in place as well. That one in time.
Yeah, that's fine.
7 minutes to opening. The wait is agonizing.
Yeah, fine.
But at last,
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
there's good news.
He's given you permission to open.
Yeah, he has. He has.
And you are open.
It's been a 3-month slog,
Okay, everybody quiet, please.
but Nahida's dream is finally coming true.
Desi Fusion is now open for business. Okay, everybody come in.
Congratulations, Nahida.
Thank you.
You've opened your restaurant.
Thank you.
It's great. You're feeling proud.
I am. I'm feeling very proud. I've thought of this for a long time. It's a big thing, isn't it? It's a big thing. My first time.
Huge thing. I think you've done amazingly well, Nahida. This is an astonishing achievement.
I don't know. I don't seem to think that I've done that well, but
Listen,
people
you know,
tell me I
I've
have.
got to be honest. There were times when I thought, is she going to do it?
Yeah.
Or we get to a point where we're looking at a restaurant that's open to the public.
Yeah.
And, I've had my doubts. But you sort of proved me wrong because you're open. And you've got a restaurant and it's yours. And it's because of you that it's open.
It is. It's open.
Against the odds, Nahida and her children have created an orderly and functional dining room. They've added a homely corner at the back. I would like to have seen some more influences from the supper club. Communal tables, plants, rugs, pictures would all have softened the look, but the menu really disappoints me.
This is a sort of standard high street Indian restaurant menu. It's not the menu that Nahida described to me. It's not the menu that we've looked at together. It doesn't say Desi Fusion to me. I would imagine that Nahida has ended up with this menu because a competent chef has been hired and has said, this is what I do. And Nahida has thought, well, if this guy's competent and he knows what he's doing, let him do it.
But end of the day, the dishes are the same, mate.
So they're the same dishes no matter which restaurant you go to, usually?
Whichever you go to.
Yeah. And the menu you've put together for Nahida, is that the same? The sort of the usual suspects, the classics, is that right?
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had expected this kitchen to be producing Nahida's unique home-style chickpea curry. Instead, Mr. Nawaz is turning out high street staples.
You got chicken tikka masala, fried rice, and a chicken pakora.
This is a tried and tested method, preparing a huge pot of curry gravy, which is used as the base for every curry they make. It keeps costs down while still having a varied menu, but it risks making them indistinguishable from any of the other 50 curry houses in Coventry. Nahida has thrown away everything that made her restaurant different and special.
It's coming up to 1 o'clock, which is usually the busiest time for lunch service. And they've done okay so far. 6 customers, I think, I've counted. Yeah, it's very early in the day to start saying, oh my goodness, things aren't working. But 6 covers in 2 hours is quite light.
But as it gets later, my concern grows.
The numbers have been very low today. Probably around a dozen before 6 o'clock and maybe another 6 or 7 in the restaurant behind me now. And that's very worrying indeed. A business like a restaurant needs bums on seats, and I haven't seen evidence of that yet. I need to see this restaurant much, much busier, and Nahida needs to see it busier because she hasn't really got that much time to play with.
Trade doesn't pick up much, and Nahida needs to turn over £500 a day just to break even.
So our takings are £230 for today. £230. Cashing up as well. 1,900. I'm disappointed. I had hopes for 500. At least. That was my minimum. But didn't happen.
And things don't get better. Day 2, £170. Day 3, £85. Day 4, £40. Starting a restaurant is costly, but the daily running is a relentless drain on funds, stock, rent, utilities. Every day the money you take has to cover these costs. Nahida is simply not taking enough. At the end of the first week, I estimate that she has lost at least £1,500. And that's on top of the £42,000 she already owes.
I'm scared now. Yeah. I'm very scared. What if we don't do very well? How am I going to pay for all this now?
It's 2 weeks after opening day when I return to Desi Fusion. I've really thought about how I can help Nahida. This restaurant is surrounded by offices. I want to tap into that lunchtime market, and I've got a plan that I'm hoping will work.
It's really clear to me that Nahida's lost her way. It's really obvious that this is a business that's in trouble. But I'd like to help Nahida, and I'd like to suggest to Nahida that we try something that might get some customers in today. And I'd like to suggest something that gets us back, I think, to Nahida's original vision. Hello. Hi, Simon. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
In an effort to drum up business, we're going to offer a lunchtime buffet, including some of Nahida's home-cooked recipes. With 8 different dishes on offer and an all-you-can-eat price of just £3.99, I'm really hoping to pull in the office workers and university students.
At lunchtime, you're short of time, and a buffet is perfect because the food is right
already
there.
there.
It's nice and
Yeah.
hot, ready to go. You can be in and out if you wanted to in 10 minutes.
Yeah, because we're not just doing it, you have to eat in, we're
Yeah.
doing takeaway boxes
Takeaway as well.
But nothing will happen unless we get the word out. Sima had promised me a whole crowd of family members to help me deliver leaflets. Now that it's crunch time, however, no one's available.
We need to go and spread the word.
Yeah, because of the price, I think a lot of people will come once they know
You think
that.
they'll come in, but how will they know about it?
Yeah, no, we do need to get out there. Russell wanted someone to go with him to the university to hand out leaflets for the buffet. But that's fine, then you come when you can.
Simon, who are you calling now?
I'm just ringing my brother now to see how long he's going to be, and then he can go with you. He won't say no, he'll go with you, it's just getting him here. No, he might be driving because he didn't pick up.
This is incredibly frustrating. I just need somebody to come with me, anybody to come with me to the university, which is 5 minutes away, to hand out some leaflets to try and drum up some business for this event today, and nobody can join me. I wonder whether, this comes from Nahida. Nahida does have, even today, to this day, the attitude that, well, people will come. We've built this restaurant and people will come. They won't, and they're not. And I don't think they will.
Bye.
At last, one member of the family does show up.
Cavalry to the rescue.
And we head straight out to hit office workers and university students just before lunchtime.
Can I interrupt you for a second? Can I give you a leaflet for an all-you-can-eat buffet today?
Let's do the buffet today in a restaurant from 12 till the end of the day.
The best form of marketing is happy customers spreading the news by word of mouth. But that can't happen unless we get people through the door.
All-you-can-eat today for $3.99. How is it $3.99? It's just so cheap, exactly.
1 hour on the ground, a few hundred leaflets.
All-you-can-eat? All-you-can-eat buffet? All-you-can-eat buffet?
And when we get back to Desi Fusion, it's already busier than I have ever seen it.
So, a few people in?
Yeah, we've got some people in here. It's more than we normally get in at lunchtime, so
Is it?
yes.
That's good.
In fact, the buffet gives Desi Fusion its best day with takings of £420. With a valid lunchtime offer, people are finally coming through the door. But it will need this sort of sustained effort to build up their customer base. So a few days later, I'm really surprised to hear that Nahida hasn't continued with the lunchtime buffet. Despite generating her best numbers yet, she feels the cost of hiring the heated buffet equipment is just one more expense. She also doesn't think that she's close enough to the university to be popular with students. I'm becoming increasingly concerned and want to hear if things are improving.
Hi, Nahida. It's Russell. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, very well, thank you. How are things up in Coventry?
Business is still bad. It's really bad.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how bad?
Today's the worst.
What happened today?
We've taken £3.49 so far. It's the worst day.
It's pretty bad.
It's very bad.
I'm worried, Nahida, I've got to say. You know, your cash flow is dismal. Your rent is due, I would have thought.
Yeah. And not only that, I've got the council tax, which is due as well.
Have you paid your staff yet?
No, I'm supposed to pay them at the end of this month. No.
So you've got a big bunch
I
of
know.
bills
I
that
know.
you haven't yet paid and no money coming in.
No.
Have you thought about what you're going to do and you know how you're going to make those payments?
What can I do, Russell? My only other option is to lock the door and walk away. Sell everything I put in there and salvage the machinery and see what I can get for it and pay the staff. I have, yeah.
At one point in the build before you opened, you said to me that you wish you hadn't started,
Yeah.
but that you felt that you had to carry on and you had to see it through because you'd come this far.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think you're going to be able to say that?
Don't know. I don't know. Another week or so?
Another week or so?
Yeah,
Is that is that in your mind as your cut-off point?
maybe.
I think Nahida's been throwing good money after bad for at least half the project so far. She should cut her losses and she should shut the restaurant. You know, a restaurant taking £3.50 in a day is not a viable business. There's no sense in carrying on.
I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking it was going to be the greatest thing that ever happened. You know, my restaurant, you know, the doors were going to open and I was going to be swamped with customers. It's like Russell said right at the beginning, I didn't think it through, did I? Not properly. Something I wanted to do and I just dived right in. And I'm paying the price now. So, just frantically holding on tight, trying not to let go.
With new restaurants 3 times more likely to go bust than any other business, sadly Nahida has made the same mistakes that many budding restaurateurs make. Passion and a good idea are not enough to succeed in this unforgiving business. This has been a painful life lesson for Nahida.
I feel like I let everybody down. You know, I did this for my children.
It's 2 months since our phone call, and I don't know how she's done it, but Nahida is still open. She's had to borrow another £5,000 from the bank and another £18,000 from her family. But she's hired a new chef who is producing dishes more in keeping with her home-style cooking. She has rejigged her opening times to help cut costs, and she's tapping into the local theatre crowd by doing some direct marketing. A feat of perseverance if nothing else.
I kind of feel I'm here and I've got to try and do what I can while I can to, not just for myself, but for my family as well.
You have to admire Nahida's determination, but I'm worried she's going to be throwing yet more money after the £68,000 she's sunk in so far. So I've come back one last time to see if we can salvage anything from the situation.
There are two options open to Nahida. She can continue to trade, continue to lose money, and wait for the landlord to come knocking when a rent bill is not paid. That way that she'll lose all of her money. A better option for Nahida would be to proactively seek the help of an agent and see whether the business is marketable. If she gets something for it, then at least she'll be able to make a dent in her debts.
Martin Hurdley is a business transfer agent. He specialises in buying and selling businesses. I want him to put a value on Nahida's restaurant to see if there's any way out for her.
Nahida.
Hello.
This is Martin.
Hello.
Martin, this is Nahida.
Hiya. Hi.
I brought Martin here today because he's a commercial property specialist.
Okay.
And he's going to have a chat with you and have a look around the business.
Okay, that's nice.
The value of a restaurant business lies in three areas: the lease, the fixtures and fittings, and the goodwill. Goodwill is the potential return trade provided by a loyal customer base. Desi Fusion just hasn't been open long enough to have generated any.
The lease has got some value. It's got A3 and A5,
Yeah.
hot food takeaway.
Yeah.
You know, that is getting more and more difficult now to obtain. The infrastructure is here, isn't it? The kitchen's there, the flue, the tables, chairs, so there is a value to it. I normally sort of ask at this stage, sort of how much did you spend on fitting it out?
Realistically, I think I spent near 40,000.
Really? Yeah. Well, you know, that is going to be difficult probably to get your money back. I wouldn't really put a value any more than sort of £25,000 maybe on it, you know, as it is at the moment.
My concern, Nahida, is for the future. I think I would like to advise you to think very carefully and think positively about Martin's comments and perhaps put Desi Fusion on the market. When you've got that real offer in front of you, I think it might make things a little bit clearer for you.
Yeah.
And I think it might help you make the right decision.
To go forward, yeah.
Would you do that?
I will.
If you had your time again, Nahida, what would you do differently?
I'd start off small. I'd start something smaller and get people to sort of wanting the food first and getting a taste for it.
Yeah. What lessons have you learned, Nahida, through this process?
Going back to the beginning, everything you said, do my homework, do my business plan.
So if you had your time again, you'd do all of those things?
I would do all of those things.
Nahida, I don't think I've ever met anybody quite like you. It's been an absolute pleasure. I feel a huge amount of affection for you and your family.
Thank you. And I do appreciate all the
No, not
advice
at
and
all.
everything that you've helped us through. You have done a lot, and I know I've made all the decisions myself and everything, but...
Sometimes the wrong ones, but...
Yeah, well, we learn from those, and hopefully I've learned a big lesson.
You know, it's incredibly sad when a business fails, and I'm particularly saddened that this one is failing. I have such a great deal of affection for Nahida, and I loved her vision when she described it to me all those months ago. If there's a lesson to be learned here, is that you need an absolutely solid set of financial plans when opening a restaurant, and you need to stick to your vision.
Next time, I'll be helping Kate turn her rural home into a cafe.
People all come in through the front door, into here. Sorry.
But will family life suffer when she employs her little sister?
She can be a bit of a control freak. She freely admits that.
With no restaurant experience, can she cope with the pressure?
Oh my goodness me.
And will there be any customers?
It's 10:30, and I haven't seen a single person.